Hey, what's up, guys? It's Jonathan here. So, for most of you, you probably heard about the Georgia runoff election that happened just yesterday. For those of you who didn't know, there's a four-way race for the two open Senate seats in the state of Georgia. And you may be thinking to yourself, wait, isn't your channel a personal finance and investing channel? Yes, it is. But when it comes to personal finance and investing, government actions do take a very huge role in how you manage your finances. Given what's at stake in this election, I thought it would be important to make a video discussing some of the effects of this election. So in this video, I'm going to discuss the election results, or the election results I have as of now. And also I'm going to talk to you about some of the factors and some of the possibilities that may come from the results of this election. So please hit the like button for YouTube algorithm, and let's get right into the video. At the same time as the presidential election in 2020, there was also a four-way race for the two open Senate seats in Georgia. The Georgia state law requires that to avoid a runoff election, at least one senator must win 50% of the vote. And in this case, one of the incumbents, Senator David Perdue, was very close. I believe he got about 49.7% of the vote to get into 50%, but he did not. So the election was forced into a runoff. And in this runoff, we had two Democrats and two Republicans running for Senate. The two Republican incumbents, Senator David Perdue and Senator Kelly Loeffler, represented the Republican Party, while Democrat Raphael Warnock and Democrat John Ossoff represented the Democratic Party. As of right now, currently, Raphael Warnock has a slight lead over the incumbent Kelly Loeffler, while there's even a closer race between Republican David Perdue and Democrat John Ossoff. But many sources believe that the Democrats have the best shot of winning both Senate seats. The reason why this is so significant is that means that Democrats will have a 50-50 tie in the Senate overall. And anytime there's a 50-50 tie, technically the president of the Senate, or the vice president of the United States of America, is the tiebreaking vote. And in this case, for a majority of the next 2 years, it's believed that Kamala Harris will be that tie-breaking vote. And it's widely believed now that Ms. Kamala Harris will be the Vice President of the United States. So obviously, since she's a Democrat, she is more likely to side with the Democrats if there ever was a 50-50 tie in the Senate. And this means that now Democrats will have control of not only the House and the presidency, but they'll also technically have control of the Senate as well. This provides Democrats a lot more leverage to be able to pass more of the bills that are focused around their agenda and Joe Biden's presidential agenda as well. So you might be thinking, why should I care about this? How does this affect my money? There's many different ways this affects your money, and I'll list a couple of them. One of them is that if the Democrats were to control the House, the Senate, and the presidency, it's more likely we're going to see bigger stimulus packages that include more robust state and local government funding, and most likely bigger direct payments to individuals in form of stimulus checks. A lot of this blocking that Mitch McConnell has been doing in the Senate, he won't have the power to do that anymore, since he will most likely not be the majority leader anymore. It'll now be Chuck Schumer who will become the majority leader, and Mitch McConnell becomes the minority leader, since technically the Democrats would have the majority, since Kamala Harris will be the tie-breaking vote. And then also, the Democrats will have a lot more leverage to pass more bills that are more along their agenda, kind of like the New Green Deal. So this means that we could possibly see higher valuations of green energy companies like Enphase or Tesla, any of these companies that are focused around green energy. We could see a lot more progress towards a higher federal minimum wage. So I think right now it's about $7. Instead of it being there, Democrats have proposed a $15 minimum wage. So this is a lot more likely to happen if they have control of all three parts of government. Another thing we're most likely going to see if Democrats take control of the Senate is that we'll also probably see a bigger push for things like universal health care and also the legalization or the decriminalization of marijuana. Another thing that we may also see is we may see higher taxes for higher income earners and corporations. But I'm also a big believer that we probably won't see these things for at least the next 1 or 2 years as the economy tries to recover from the recession that was caused by the pandemic. It's kind of counterintuitive to do that, so most likely we won't see that. Even if the Democrats were to take control of the Senate, a good thing to note is that most things in the Senate require 60 votes to pass. So if the Democrats were to have like 60 seats or 67 seats, they'll have a lot more power. But with only 50 seats, their powers are kind of limited because there's certain things that you could vote for where you only need a simple majority. But there's certain things where you need a 60% majority to be able to pass certain bills. To sum things up, even though this is very worrisome to a lot of Republicans, having the Senate, the House, and the presidency controlled all by Democrats, doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to have full control. They're still going to have to work with their Republican colleagues to be able to pass most bills. And also, it's very important that you stay aware of politics because a lot of political actions can have effect on your money and your finances. So thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video and how I share my perspective, I encourage you to hit the subscribe button down below. If you like this video, please leave it a thumbs up. Also, while you're down there, leave me a comment if you have any questions about the election or about what a simple majority is or anything that has to do with finances or how politics affects finances. Also, follow me on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. I try to post there every day. And thank you for watching. It's about midnight right now, so I'm about to go to bed. And you guys have a great night. See you in the next video.